Live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you very much for joining us. We are live here from the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, and we appreciate everybody who is joining us here and being a part of this. Don't forget, you can download that Fox 12 Oregon app. Great way to watch this show live or after the fact. And again, lots of coverage here that we have throughout the afternoon. Right now, though, we are talking about something that is coming up here this weekend, and it is starting today. That's the Portland Staycation, this idea of coming into Portland and staying there. You know, not being a tourist, I suppose, in your own city or region. And that's because of a bunch of events that are going to be happening downtown over this weekend. There's the Portland Sunday Parkways, which are back, which this weekend happens to be the one where they're going to be shutting down some streets in downtown Portland, turning it essentially into a giant park and having lots of different activities that go along with that. So a group got together, came up with this idea for Portland Staycation. It includes hotels, restaurants, all kinds of different discounted things as well. So we wanted to find out more about that. We ended up getting on Alex Nathan and Matthew Skelton. They are both in charge of 2 hotels downtown, and we talked about the event, but also just how things are going, because obviously there's been some various opinions and thoughts about the city of Portland and downtown Portland and the state that it's in over the last several years. This is no secret to anybody. And so we wanted to find out their thoughts on that from an economic standpoint and from what we can see here coming up for a Portland Staycation. Well, Alex and Matthew, thank you very much for joining us here today. You know, really appreciate your time in talking about this Portland Staycation. So I wanted to maybe start off, if you wouldn't mind letting me know what the idea was behind this entire initiative.
I guess if I'll kick off first. The idea is to celebrate Portland and bring Portlanders and people into the city to experience, reacquaint themselves with what is happening and to show off the vibrancy and everything that is happening now in the city of Portland.
And when we talk about that, oh, go ahead.
No, so to add on to Alex's point, the Staycation Weekend started with the reintroduction of the Sunday Parkway series. And from there, it just snowballed with different partners, different events happening. And it really took a whole life of its own where we had to make a whole weekend. We had so many partners that were involved from, Lawn Gardens 25th anniversary, concerts, soccer matches. It's just so big that it's got to be a whole weekend. And it's really exciting to be a part of it.
And, when you talk about all of those partners and things in downtown Portland, I think that's a question that, some people may have too is, how is downtown Portland doing? How have you both seen it from your perspectives?
Yeah, I mean, Greg, there's a lot of bad news about Portland that's just, frankly, it's not true. Downtown Portland is alive and it's growing and new partners are coming into the city at all times. At my hotel, the Hoxton, we actually just introduced a Filipino-American restaurant run by a couple that previously was a food cart called Pamana that has got rave reviews. I mean, there are people who are steadfast in that interest in continuing to bring people downtown. And us as Portlanders, we have to be proud of the city that we live in. It's so exciting to kind of reintroduce and show off some of the cool things that people have not been familiar with that are occurring downtown over the last couple of years.
And Alex, what about you from your perspective as well? Just seeing, some of the change in downtown Portland, and we all know, some of the perceptions that are out there, and obviously things are changing. And from your perspective, how do you see that?
We've seen a lot of challenges, but needless to say, we're also seeing a lot of opportunity. So many restaurants are reopening or have reopened or started new lines. There's new entertainment. The last year particularly has seen this resurgence of Portland cleaning up. Safety has become paramount. It's so much better today than it was 2-3 years ago. And we're seeing families come back. We're seeing foreign visitors. And with that, we're also seeing just activity on the street that we really haven't seen in the last 2-3 years, that today is showing the beginning signs of a resurgence. And we're hoping that this staycation, this weekend, building on Portlanders coming downtown, like they did, for example, during the June Floral Festival and Parade, you will see families, children, and all people coming back downtown. We're very excited.
And when we're talking about Portland Staycation, so tell us, what's behind that? How would you define Portland Staycation for everybody out there?
Portland Staycation, if I may, is Portlanders reacquainting themselves, coming downtown, take a moment. It's like going to a coffee shop and sitting downtown and just sitting on the sidewalk to take it all in. And the staycation is to do that on another level. Come downtown for the day, but also the evening, stay in a hotel, experience a restaurant, do a 24-hour overnight, day and night experience. And I think that's really the real main point of it, to continue that celebration.
I 100% agree. Travel doesn't have to mean distance. And so many people need to take that time to be reacquainted with some of the beauty that's around us at all times. In that transformative process of just having the time to yourself and enjoying some of the things that downtown has to offer is really exciting for us in the hotel business when we think, oh, well, we're tourism. Tourism can mean people in your own community.
And for this particular event, for the Portland Staycation idea here that's coming up for the weekend, what are some of the things that people can do, that people can get involved with?
I mean, I'm really excited about the Lansu Gardens 25th anniversary. They're an amazing location here in Old Town that I'm really, really excited to be a neighbor of. We've got restaurant openings, there's concerts going on, there's a Timbers match. I think the entirety of Broadway will be closed from noon to 5 p.m. for people to bike, scooter, walk, bring their pups, just enjoy Portland and the sights that it has.
And
I agree. There's a lot happening. And the Lansu Chinese Garden event, certainly, we're actually the Mark Spencer Hotel. We're a hotel sponsor for the event. So we have 15 plus government officials coming in from China, as well as artists and a Quinchu opera coming to perform at the Lansu Gardens this Saturday. So it's open to the public, and we hope people will come by and visit it.
How important are events like this? You mentioned the officials coming, government officials coming from China for the celebration of the gardens. How important is something like this for the perception of the city of Portland to people who may be visiting, or even people from around here who haven't been to downtown recently?
I would say, building on what we're doing with the Lansu Chinese Gardens, it's extremely important. It's showing that Portland is open, but the USA is open too. We recognize that there are challenges globally with political tensions and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it's about the people. And we're trying to bring that message back. It's people to people, and it's really about, at the end of the day, what we may experience troubles along the way, we're also looking for solutions, and we're fostering friendships and mutual respect.
In the heart of the staycation is really by Portland for Portland. We want people to be proud of their community, and we want to show off. We want to re-engage the community to show that we are better together.
And looking at some of that growth that you were talking about, have you noticed it just from an economic standpoint, being in the hotel industry, an increase in people staying or going downtown?
It's improving year over year. There's always more progress that can be made, and we're excited to, when people get downtown, their own ideas can spark, so that we do more of these. I think it's an opportunity for us to kind of take over the central core of the city and show off that this doesn't have to be a one and done. We as Portlanders can use this space and have fun in our town whenever we want. And as more people become engaged and as more people are interested in the space, the economic conditions will continue to improve.
And I guess...
I agree.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we've seen a lot more, from our perspective, more local uptick in activity, staying at the hotel, staying at our hotel particularly, a little bit less of the global travel that we might have anticipated for the summer usually, but for reasons that we can expect, that is the case now, but it's not, it's concerning enough, but not concerning that we know that next year, and we've already seen signs of it, that should be coming back.
Yeah, I think hotels are a cultural hub. And when we can open our doors and invite the community in, we're very, very excited. And when we can share what we do with the community, it's an opportunity for different peoples to come together and find something very exciting.
Well, for everybody out there who wants to find out more and engage in some of these different things for this particular event for Portland Staycation, what's the best place for them to go to do so?
Oh, I would say social media is popping right now for the Portland Staycation. You'll see advertisements on all of our partners that are going. There's numerous hotel partners that have special offers, including my hotel, the Hoxton, and Alex's, the Mark Spencer. But for us, we just want to make sure that people come downtown this weekend, have a good time, and enjoy some of the things that we have to offer.
All right, so big thank you to both of them for joining us to talk about that and just some of the different things, again, that are happening down there in Portland for this weekend. And we've been covering a wide range of topics here, and I encourage you to go to the Fox 12 Oregon app to follow along with everything that we cover. And feel free to send me an email as well, fox12now@kptv.com, if you have an idea for a segment that you'd like to have covered. We've got more coming up here throughout the afternoon. We're going to be hearing from actor Judy Greer about The Long Walk, a new film that's out based on a Stephen King novel. We're going to be talking to the Oregon Humane Society. We've got plenty of things here, but if there's ever breaking news between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m., I always like to remind you that this is also the place to go. So we will have that should that occur. And I think we're going to be checking back in at the Seaside Sand Fest as well. So plenty of things happening. We are going to take a quick break, though. We'll talk to you soon. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.